Sup? Okay, it's about that time. I'll give it a few minutes. But what I do know is one, my throat is still sore. I don't know. I think I need to go to a doctor. Two, I had 105 up to the guarantee. I thought it was like an 80 something, but I'm very happy that this is different. Sup, April? You're here for Kyle Rayner. I have 52 tokens, so I should be pulling Kyle Rayner today. So yeah, I'm gonna wait a minute and then I'll get on. What I'm planning on doing though, and you look in general chat for my question I asked Flip. Oh, in Discord. Okay, hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Does this mean he puts his armor even if he doesn't have energy for his ult? Or does it mean he casts his ult when he has 2 stacks of frantic? Good question. The first 2 times Kyle Rayner uses his ultimate, return 1 energy. So to me, that sounds like if his ultimate costs 3, he uses 3 and then gives back 1. Not that it costs 2. Is that what you're saying? Does this mean that his armor... Does this mean he puts his armor... Okay, so basically there is, and I don't have the time to put it up on Discord, so I'll just say it because I'm just sitting here reading it. So on his badge, there's a thing that says, Kyle Rayner gains 10% attack, 10% block amount when wearing his armor. That is the first thing. Second, the first 2 times Kyle uses his ultimate, return 1 energy. So to me, that says if his ultimate costs 3, when it comes back, like when he uses the 3, then he gives 1 energy back. So it costs 2, but you still use 3 first, is what that means to me. And then the question is, does this mean he puts his armor even if he doesn't have energy for his ultimate, or does it mean he casts his ultimate when he has 2 stacks of frantic? Oh, are you talking about, and then the third one, let me see what the third one says. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Oh yeah, the third one. Kyle only requires 2 stacks of frantic to construct his mechanized armor, and its critical damage is okay. That's a good question. Okay, no worries. Sorry, my fault. Let me pull him, and then we'll go into that because I want to read his ultimate. In fact, I can go read his ultimate here, and then do the comparison. But to be fair, it would be just an interpretation for me as well because, all right, so Kyle domes for 3 rounds, increasing his block rate by 25%. He then bombards the enemy with blah, 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 blah. Okay, so, wait, what? Now, what does that have to do with? Kyle only requires 2 stacks of frantic. And all, white shelter, the light, okay. Just double checking that it doesn't like refer to anything else, but this is what it's talking about. If Kyle Rayner has 4 more stacks of frantic when using bombs of shares, he instead constructs mechanized armor. Yeah, so this to me means for his ultimate to get the armor, once you get this level, it only requires 2 stacks of frantic. That's the one. I won't be able to stay in here all night because I'm working, but I had to pop in and make sure. Okay, well, what's up? Appreciate you popping in. What's up, Mike? I appreciate you popping in. What's up with that guy that became a lantern because of sorrow? Who was the lantern that became a what? No. So to me, that means that 2 or more stacks, and he creates his armor. 2 or more stacks of frantic, and he creates his armor instead of 4. That's what that means to me on his badge, which is still a weird mechanic. So we're gonna see that in a minute. As a matter of fact, that's enough, people. I don't care. I've been on for 5 minutes, right? Yeah, 5 minutes. Okay, good. Is my level link ready? Because this morning I had to pull somebody from level link. Yeah, we got 2.5 minutes. So I need enough shards. And here's the other thing. This might be a prejudice against Hal Jordan. I'm going to take this piece off of Hal Jordan and put it on Kyle Rayner, I think. And then give Hal Jordan like a attack piece. That's like, do I have a tier 3 attack piece? Something like that to replace it. And then we'll see. We'll build up Kyle Rayner from there. Oh, this one will fit him. That's fine. You'll be okay with that, buddy. You'll be okay with that. All right, so let's go ahead and pull for Hal. We'll start, not Hal, pull for Kyle. Pull for Kyle. All right, so let's go ahead and start recording. Okay. What's up, Runes? In the comic, he's the guy that became a lantern because of sorrow. Is it? I thought, maybe I don't know his story well enough. I need to read Kyle's story again. I don't think I know Kyle's origin outside of like when it happened in Superman. And I know that he was a comic book artist, hence why I'm partial to him. So, anybody want to recommend a Kyle Rayner? Check, coming in 3, 2. First of all, anybody who wants to recommend the Kyle Rayner, any Kyle Rayner comics, please do, because I'm realizing that I like him as a lantern, but I don't think I've ever like really read. In fact, I know I haven't really read any comic books from him, any of his origin story, any of that stuff. So, comment section below, please. Let me know any Kyle Rayner comics. Now, what I'm going to do is my guarantees are at 105 of 150. I have 52 tokens, so that means that we should pull him. Now, the funny part about this is I do need some elite frags so I can go ahead and rank up Dr. Poison. And honestly, so I can rank him up when I pull him. So what's up, Argent? What's up, XP? But to be honest, so that means I kind of want to hit the limit. Because if I don't hit the limit, push it to the limit, then what am I going to do? Now, next is also, and maybe I should pause on this, I don't know who I want to be in the desires. I should probably, because I have 15 for the desires. I don't know who I want to put in the desires. So, check. I need to figure out who I'm going to put in the desires real quick. Sorry, guys. I don't know who to put in there. Should I go for rank 10 or should I go for Mara? Because I want to run her next to, well, I might as well pull one. So Mara will go in there so she can run with Aquaman. Guy Gardner needs 40. Jessica Cruz doesn't need 40. Dr. Phosphorus as well. Probably Guy Gardner just so I can get some lanterns up. Let's go with Guy Gardner. Okay, so I'm going to go with Guy Gardner and Mara. There we go. So we're going to go with Mara, Guy Gardner, confirm. Not really caring, but I need to do something, right? So we'll come back in 3, 2. Okay, had to check real quick. Coming back with Mara because I want to have her rank 10 so I can run her with Aquaman or Guy Gardner. That way I can start building up some lanterns, get them running together. There's not really like a lantern synergy, but a lot of their shielding does help each other, especially Jessica Cruz. His shields help Jessica Cruz out a lot. Anyway, so let's go ahead and pull for Guy. Should I pull for Jessica Cruz? Nah, I'll use the epic selectors for her. So here we go. Here we go. Last time though, I got like Swamp Thing like immediately, like on the 4th pull. But this one I'm assuming is gonna go to the limit. Yeah, there you go. So there's one, and I'm very happy to get these elite frags. Very, very happy. Should I just skip through this? Yeah, let's skip through this. All right, so that, and then next. So we should be at 125 after this. No Kyle yet. I'm good with it. We'll skip through that. I got one Ocean Master, so of course I spend that time checking for the epics I want to get, and I don't get them. Okay. Next. All right. So I guess this puts me at 135 right now. And then a Gorilla Grodd. Okay. Whatever, dog. Whatever, dog. Okay. Then I got a Gorilla Grodd. Okay. Sure. Okay. Oh, man. They're going to give me a Vixen next. Promise you. Oh. Literally 2 epics. All right, so this is confirmed. So I only need to pull 5 more. So I'm gonna save them for now. So let's just do them one at a time to get to the 5. But we don't need all that animation. All right, so good. Good. Kind of ruins the excitement if I already know when it's coming. It wasn't gonna. It'd be funny if it was like one time earlier. That would just be a jerk move. Here we go. Here he is. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, it was kind of lackluster. But I like it. Okay, we'll keep it. We'll take it. We'll take it. So we got our Cal Rayner. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go basically strip all of the gear off of Hal Jordan and put it on Cal Rayner. I'll be back. Okay, so we have our Cal Rayner. I think he's the one that became a Lantern because of sorrow. I think he lost his lover or something like that. That feels very comic booky. That does feel that sounds like an origin story. Am I the only one who's thinking about running Kyle with Batman on Bat's Team Synergy? I was thinking about that too when I read it, actually. I think that synergy might be dope now with them, Jon Stewart and Zatanna. Yeah, I was thinking he has to run with Zatanna, in my opinion, if you want all those frantics. He has Susanoo. Looks crazy. Might have some competition with his ultimate. All right, so let's go. Let's get to him. I should have everything ready in terms of level link. Yep, there should be a slot ready. Can't believe I didn't. I got a Gorilla Grodd and a who the hell else was that? Man, whatever. Okay, so Kyle, where you at? Kyle, there he is, right in front of me. Now, should I take Dr. Poison rank 10 or Kyle? Yeah, that's an obvious question. Next. So we'll go ahead and rank him up because why would we do anything otherwise? And we do have a good bit of elite frags. So that's his armor. This looks pretty cool though. I do like this. This is kind of sick. I'm liking that. Reminds me of like the Transformers for some reason. Like I like that. But anyway. Oh, it's from Naruto. Best anime of all time. I never finished Naruto. I got like 80 episodes in and I just fell out. I know I need to go back. Good. Now we have this screen recorded, so we can stop that now. All right. Stop recording. Next, we'll rank him up one more time and then not have enough for Dr. Poison. Confirm. I think we have enough for Dr. Poison still. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop this recording and then just tag them together so that way it's not eating up my RAM. Okay, so there's that. And now I need 60 in order to level them up. So we have Jon Stewart, the homie. Got Jessica Cruz, the homegirl. And then we got this toxic couple down here, the Lanterns. Okay, now I'll do his badge because I do have enough for this. Like, coincidentally. Best anime of all time is a tough one, though. I can tell you this much. I have 2 Naruto shirts from Burger King. Naruto is not the best anime of all time. Ooh, that's Cowboy Bebop. Definitely Cowboy. And honestly, My Hero Academia over Naruto. Sorry. Truth be told. No, I'm not going to say that. That's wild. But I do like Black Clover. But I'm not going to say that one. There was another one I just thought of too, though. Not Black Clover. What was the other one? Well, if I can't remember it, I guess it can't be that good, right? If I can't remember the name. Kaiju number 8 over Naruto. Naruto a little bit. I mean, if you're talking about shonen anime, okay, cool, Naruto's good. And then to be fair, again, I haven't watched it all. Bleach, Bleach I did finish. I'm not tripping. Come on. Bleach I did watch, and Bleach is good. Some things appeal to me. I don't know if I say it's better than Naruto. I would say My Hero Academia way better than Naruto, and I would say, and I'm only going to count the shonen anime. I'm not going to put in like Cowboy Bebops and Kaiju number 8s and Triguns and all that stuff. Winter and Robins. I'm not going to put those in there. That's a different style of anime, to be fair. All right, so that was done. Cal Rayner's up. I kind of want to go ahead. I'll wait on Dr. Poison, but I have enough for actually do her now as well. We're going through his kit real quick. Domes the armor. I'm trying to see if it's better for attack or crit. And I think last night when I was reading this, I thought that crit would be better. Kaiju number 8 is just... That's what I'm saying. It's not a shonen anime. Kaiju number 8 is like... It's in that style of we're going to do 10 episodes a season. Whereas Cowboy Bebop is like, this is a limited series, 25 episodes. Shonen anime are like, oh, what's up? What's up, Pedro? Shonen anime are like, we're going to do 400 episodes of this series. And it's going to all be around like 10 characters. And it's all friendship and love. But yeah, if you're looking at like One Punch Man, that's in the category of like Kaiju number 8 to me in terms of like the story and stuff. Which, by the way, One Punch Man season 3 coming out, right? Love that anime. That thing is hilarious. Oh, Full Metal Alchemist is like similar to shonen anime. There's not like quite enough characters, but I think is Full Metal Alchemist shonen anime? I would count it. I'm probably wrong. Anyway, so strikes an enemy dealing a superpower damage. Yeah, we got that. Then everything else is a passive. This deals with his HP, with the enemy's HP. Other enemies critical. Advanced attack, action bar. Okay. Kyle Rayner's attack. Okay, so it feels like I want to put attack on him. I'm going to go ahead and say screw you, Hal Jordan, because I like Kyle Rayner more. We're gonna. Oh, I could rank up. Oh, because of the 8th medals. If I got 5 more 8th medals, I could take Kyle Rayner to rank 8 today. All I would actually really need to do. Oh, am I gonna do something crazy? All I would need to do to take Kyle Rayner to rank 8 right now is to go to his event. And buy 5 of his frags. Yu Yu Hashiko. Is that no? I can see the text in my head. I don't think I've ever watched that anime though. If you want some action, got to be the center of attraction. Boruto Blue 2. I heard some people, because Boruto is one of those guys that came out of Naruto, right? And I heard people say that they like Boruto more than Naruto. I feel like these words I'm saying are so terrible. Like I'm mispronouncing their names like remarkably, and I'm probably offending people by how terrible I'm saying their names. Naruto. So here we go. Shop. Can I buy 5 anywhere? Can I buy 5? Oh, dog. We're about to take Kyle Rayner to rank 8 today. We're about to take Kyle Rayner to rank 8. Something is bugged with his damage. I have the fully maxed stars, all max gears, signature, and running him with Zatanna. On Mr. Terrific's team, and my Hal Jordan only is 5 stars. Less gear is out of DPS. Solo and group fights. Wait, hold on. I don't think I remember. And my Hal Jordan, who is only 5 stars, his less gear is out damaging him. Yeah, no. For real? No. Am I reading that right? Cal is better than Hal on paper. On paper, yeah, if there's something bugged in the background, no, it's different. Because it might be on paper that he's better, but there might be a bug in there. I mean, look at how it was introduced. It's entirely possible there's a bug. I'm going to try to take Kyle rank 8 today. Because there's nobody else I'm really worried about taking like rank 10. I think I'm going to do that now. Because if he's supposed to be that damage dealer that it sounds like, then... how's it going, man? Did I miss assignments? Yeah, but don't worry about it. It wasn't an exciting one. I had 105 of the 150 needed. It wasn't, and it went right up to the line. It wasn't exciting. I ain't missed none. Okay, so I need to play this. I'll get enough credits to be able to buy, like, let's say 10, 20 of his shards, and then I'll be able to rank him up again from there. If I go to at the store, do they not have that special thing? Yeah, this thing, where I can get this for free. This for free, and then this for free. Funny enough, I need to take him rank 8 to get 10 of his shards. What else? Oh, so let me do I want to put gear on him right now, or do I want to wait? I'll put the gear on him now. I'm going to take this from Green Lantern Hal Jordan. Where you at? Who you with? Attack bonus. Where you at, Hal? I know you hide because you don't want to give it up. Give it up. There it is. All right, so equip. And then just so we don't screw up Hal, we will go ahead and replace his thing here with, I won't have any more attack bonus, and I'm not removing it from any other character. So I'll just put attack here on Pal, equip that, and then I'll replace this with an attack shoulder piece. Uh-oh, that looks cool. Yep, that's a matchup. So, replace. So now we keep our attack, we keep our crit, everything's fine. He's mediocre at best. Cool. Next, we go back here. I want to put more attack on Kyle. I don't know what voice that was. Oh wait, no, I had a crit. I had a crit thing, but he doesn't ever attack multi. Hunter x Hunter. I did not see that one. The best arc, Chimera, Ant arc. I haven't seen Hunter x Hunter. Are there enough notable people who have used White Lantern ring for a full team to be made? Not that I know of. I can only think of like 2. And it was what, Sinestro and Kyle Rayner. Now, granted, I don't like the lanterns like that. I don't really read up on the lanterns, so I'm surprised I remembered White. I remember White Lantern Sinestro because of DC Legends, honestly. And then I read Blackest Night after I figured out that DC Legends was based off of Blackest Night. So, anybody in the chat know? If I don't even have the chat up right now. Let me put it up since I'm going through all this other stuff. But does anybody else know if there were any other White Lanterns? Because I only know of Sinestro and Kyle Rayner. Let's see. So we want attack. We have a tier 3 attack piece here, and I don't have any attack bonus stuff. I'm going to equip this real quick and then check for attack bonus. But I don't think there's anybody I'm going to remove it from. So Dr. Poison, which would be, but no. I love Poison Ivy, though. She hits like a truck. But it might have to happen. He is a legendary. I'm about to take him rank 8. Squirrel loves him. I think Deadman had it in Blackest Night. Did Deadman have it too? I'm trying to remember. I don't. Well, it's been a while since I read Blackest Night. All right, yeah. I'm taking off Poison Ivy. I got to remember to go back and upgrade Poison Ivy's accessory. But this feels right. If he is that kind of damage dealer that he's supposed to be, this feels like the smart thing to do. So then this piece feels like it's too good to leave just floating around. We're going to put him in attack and crit. It's just going to be more attack than crit. But let's just go ahead and do this based off of quality. Quality street music. I say that so much. I really should stop. Let's go ahead and take this off of Judo Master because Judo Master's falling off for me a little bit. Not a lot. Judo Master still hits like a truck. Don't get it twisted. But I would rather have this on Kyle Rayner. So we're going to snatch this up off of Judo Master. Replace. Let's see. We need a body piece. Body, yada, 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 yada. Can y'all tell that I'm just random as hell? I mean, really, can y'all tell? Okay, so we'll equip this and then snatch one of these body pieces off of Peacemaker because we don't use Peacemaker. I'm leaving it on Guy Gardner because I'm going to try to do some Lantern play there. Have some stuff going on there. Next, and then we have this tier 3 piece from, it's almost like it was meant to be. Swamp Thing, Wonder Woman, Deadman all have been White Lanterns, I think. Superman, Batman, The Flash, Sinestro, Max or whoever that is. And Deadman all had a White Lantern ring in black. Hold up. Batman had the White Lantern ring. I feel like that's something I would remember. I feel like it's something I would remember. Okay. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I feel like there's something. That's just me being disappointed in myself. I feel like that's something I would remember. Okay, here we go. So this is Kyle. Kyle. Sorry, I keep doing that South Park voice. He's at 156 in terms of attack right now. That does not compare to, well, Poison Ivy right now. She is hurting because I took her. She's still at 201. She's still at 201. But she is ranked 10. He is ranked 7. Albeit I thought a legendary would catch up pretty fast. 222. She's at 220, not 222. But, okay, so, all right. All right, he's ranked 10, but that's, well, I don't have any attack on him. It's all HP. Okay, so I left this other slot open because I was seriously considering putting Star Sapphire in there. Flash was a Blue Lantern, and that was awesome. I love Blue Lantern Flash. Judo Master is really good at convergence because the boss there is always in the middle. Yeah, that's true. I mean, he gets limited use, more limited use, but the second I see like a main boss in the middle, I grab Judo Master. Although what was it, one of the PvE matches I just had yesterday, he kept hitting the middle boss, which is Superboy, and he kept not putting silence on him. And I was like multiple matches, I was furious. And I was wondering what the resistance is for that. Anyway, so we're going to go to his event over at Meow. And we're going to go ahead and help stabilize the spectrum. Sure. Now, with these events, just so you know, we're going to watch how he performs. And in fact, I can record this. So just so you know, we're going to go through his event, watch how he performs. Most of this stuff is going to be edited out because these events are designed to make the characters look good. They're all naked, usually no gear. I do like his intro. That was awesome. I'm going to try to build a team around him like I would, but they're all naked. They're all very base level of what they are, right? So he wants Frantic. So my first thoughts are Zatanna. Where you at, Zatanna? Hey, lady, there she is. All at level 120, right? Let's go back to Kyle, who is going to be rank 9 here. So he wants Frantic in his kit. He also, so that's damage, permanently damage. He constructs that thing. Cool. When other allies land a critical using a basic or advanced attack, that makes me lean towards your Wonder Woman's. I said that before, so I put Wonder Woman in the back row there. Let's see. Rayner increases his attack permanently, shelter. So then it seems as though he's pretty plug and play. Block rate, that immediately makes you think Ocean Master. So could run him with Ocean Master with that block rate. I'm not going to build block on Rayner for real, which means that Ocean Master isn't a great shout for me. So we're going to go ahead and put in Wonder Woman. Aquaman is kind of standard in these situations, for me at least. In this situation, though, I don't really need to be doing it this way. I don't need to really build in that way, but part of the Frantic team was Red Hood, which I could put Red Hood up there. Green Arrow and Wonder Woman. Let's plop Red Hood in there because we don't get to use him that often, and we'll use his team synergy, which makes it that at the start of battle, crit and crit damage of all allies increases by 20%. So let's put Red Hood in there, see how it goes. Rayner, Wonder Woman's gonna steal the show a little bit, and then we'll put Red Hood there. All right, so let's see how this goes. At what stage do you have to start using 2 teams? It's either 34 or 44. I think it's 34. I think it's main story 34. Okay, so he's now in his armor, swinging that sword. And he had 8 frantics. Oh, and I also forgot that on his basic, he does give himself 1 to 2 frantics. That helps me understand now that at first I thought like bleh with that entire basic, because I was just thinking like, oh, well, who cares if he's giving himself 1 or 2 frantics? But it does make a difference because now that's loading me up to use his ultimate. So when he uses his basic and gives himself frantic, well, now he has 7 thanks to Zatanna. But so when he's loading himself up with his basic, now he's putting himself in that armor after the attack. So that does make sense. And does he look good? Yes, he looks amazing. But again, this is designed, take it all with a grain of salt here. This is all designed to make him look good, but we can still get an idea of how he works in his mechanics. Okay. I do love the mechanized armor, I gotta be real. So then the armor stays up for 3 turns, but we're never gonna see that happen. Alright, so we'll keep going into that. I like his cutscenes though. I like his cutscenes. Very comic book artist. Next. All right. So at what stage do you have to? Yeah. So we said 34 thing. Tip: the level 3 difficulty. Boop, 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 boop. Sorry. They're making us do boons that will have absolutely no effect. Okay, so the level 3 difficulty of that challenge where your character is all rank 10. You can peek at all the synergy level 3s, but it only shows the characters that you unlock. No, your English is fine. Brooms, what? Wait, Brooms, you've been talking for months. What are you talking about? Okay. Your English is perfectly great. Like, what are you? Okay. Anyway, I just said perfectly great, which means my English is trash. Okay, so at the level 3, so we can look at all the characters, full unlocks of their synergies. Well, I have most of the characters, just not all the. I don't think any legendaries have a team synergy anyway, and I have all the epics. So maybe that's a good thing to look at once we get to that point. That 3rd level here. That might be a good thing to check out and play around with it. The only issue is, and maybe this is something I should try to remember, and I'll say this now, something I should try to remember, but the not complete the last level of that 3rd thing, and I can just go back and just like test out characters and make videos off of that, and then just cut the battle before, like, to restart the battle or whatever before it's over, and just use it as like a testing ground, a playground. Oh wow, that is the background levels of the fight that loud? Seems very loud. All right, there we go. So, well, at this point right now, all we're trying to do, and I'll just stop this again. All we're trying to do is get these credits so I can get as many of his frags as possible now, so I can pair that with the 8th medals. Hooray for 8th medals. He's tactical, right? Okay, how many more of these I gotta do? Okay. And then if I do it this way, I might be able to save these credits. Let me do this. Save these credits, so then I can buy Swamp Thing, and then I could take Swamp Thing rank 9. This may all work out great. This may all work out great. Wish I had a better chance to play him, but you know, now the game, it wants you to just hoard, and keep it pushing. So, next stage. I will say this, the one thing about his character design I don't like is that it reminds me of Celebrity Deathmatch, how thick his mask is on his face. I don't know why it immediately made me think of Celebrity Deathmatch, that TV show, that brief TV show in the 90s on MTV. But that's the first thing his face made me think of. The very first thing. And hopefully for some of you, I've ruined it and now you can't unsee it. Anyway, why do they give us 20 turns to do this when everybody dies within the first 3? Oh, sorry, the first 1, 2. I was underestimating my team. Okay, next. Chop, guys, chop. Got stuff I need to do today. Does like it even matters, whatever. Last one. Oh, wait, we can reset these? Wait a sec. I'm scared to push this. I'm very scared to push this. If I push reset, what does that do? Does anybody know what reset does? Let's go to the icon. Let's see if it tells us what reset. Resetting will clear the progress of the current area and allow players to challenge the area again. However, rewards cannot be obtained. Is this something that stays? Or is it once I do this, I can't get back in? Because if that's the case, then I can use this as like a playground. So we're going to leave it. It says we can reset the progress. Okay, fine. I'm going to finish this. And if it allows us to reset this, that's something I did not notice before. If it allows us to reset this, we can play here all day, play testing like different characters once we get to like area 3 or some crap like that. That would be awesome. That would be genuinely awesome. I would love that. Now I have the Kaiju number 8 theme song stuck in my head. Someone please save my life. I love that song. No, that's actually on a playlist. That's on one of my workout playlists. If they let us reset, that would be nice. Well, let's see. Because last time I checked, when you get done with the section, you can't go back in. So we'll do this. Tap to continue. Am I still in the section? I'm still in there. It says flawless victory. What other victory is there here? And the reset button is gone. So I can reset the section so long as I don't finish it. What's up? Latrell, what's up? So like how? I would like to reset the area and do it again, but you remove the button after I beat the area. So you mean I got to get to like 12 and then I can reset it. Oh, all of my summons. I was at guarantee 105 and it took me 45 to get them. So it took everything. I already had 105 because that swamp thing, I thought, okay, I'm going to keep pulling. And if I get another swamp thing, which I didn't, fine. But then I'm at least stacking the guarantees towards the next one. Either way. So that was trash. You say I can reset something and then remove the reset button. Okay, whatever, dog. Whatever, dog. So we're going to go into the shop. Counterintuitive much? And I am 5 away from being able to get this. Thank you, sirs. Oath. Seasons. 300 tokens. Clear word. What is one thing I can hire? 5. 1. Kyle Rayner rank 8. Kyle Rayner rank 10. Oh, that's good. I hear he's... How do you feel about him, Haley? How do you feel about not Kyle Rayner, Swamp Thing at rank 9? Because I found that he's at rank 8, he's so squishy. So squishy, bro. I wish they will tell us. Check my rant yesterday. Not for real, but like, this is something I have been ranting about since I started playing the game. It just feels like a cash grab, and like the game may not last long because they keep just dropping this stuff with the idea that we're just going to up and spend money because you didn't tell us it was happening and that we haven't planned. When in actuality, at least for me, what I do is I just withdraw and I'm just going to wait and hoard everything until I see what I want and then I'll go at it. I really need like 5 of these to get there and I won't. However, if I do emotional outburst and happen to get like 2,200, I don't know how many you can get from emotional outburst though. If we go straight rewards. Oh no, I'll get a bunch here. Never mind. We're golden. Let's fight. I just have to build a team that can do 30,000 in damage. Whoa, wait, what? This is new. Whoa, wait, what? This feels new. Wasn't it before that you just had to fight the one dude? Not while we got a whole squad of Lancers at us. What's up? What's going on? What y'all doing? What are y'all doing? What's going on? I don't like this. All right. You know it'd be funny? Why not? Let's see if we can have some fun with this as well. You. Where's Pingy? You. Let's put up the Poison team versus the Lanterns. Let's see how that goes. It'll probably go horribly, but hey, let's have some fun. I'm sorry, Poison Ivy, that I stripped your percentage attack, but now I need you to perform. So I've stripped you of the thing that's made you useful, the most useful, and I'm asking you to perform. This should be okay, right? The first thing she's going to do is stun him. That's going to suck. All right. Because I need his ultimate to pop off. Oh, I can skip this battle? Probably not. Did it really let me skip this battle? $210,000. I'll check it out another time. He is like strong against for me as a free to play. Okay, true. It is hard for me to rank a legendary. He does well healing for poisons and stuff. He is really good at healing. And he does make the overall team tankier. So let's see, 22 million from Poison Ivy. 26 million from Cheshire. She did her damn job. 6 million in heals and then 5 million in heals from Dr. They did really well against the Lanterns. Yo, check this out. And this is on purpose. 13 million damage from White Lantern. So you mean to tell me everybody else just died immediately or weren't doing anything? Like, apparently Star Sapphire and Hal Jordan were just having a I hate you, I love you argument in the corner while Kyle Rayner was doing all the work. 22 million or 26 million is awesome. Okay, so this should give us our rewards. From what I understand so far, people are liking him. Their communication is definitely annoying. 1 day warning is nuts. I'm used to Strike Force. Yeah, I'm used to Strike Force too. 2 weeks in advance. I'm used to every game, not just Strike Force. DC Legends, Raid Shadow Legends, which I didn't even like. They announced like 1 week, 2 weeks, a month in advance what's happening so you can plan. Like it may be that, okay, I'm not going to say that, but they are really hurting themselves with trust from the fan base and their player base by not just having a calendar and saying, hey, yo, what's up? You beat them over and over. They took that. They took that L. Let's put it that way. But yeah, I've ranted on it like several times. They even made this little BS post like they were going to do something better, and they didn't. So it is what it is. They don't care. They do not care. And what's going to happen, like it's been happening, they're going to keep losing more and more and more money every month. That's not the only problem, but that's the main problem. That's why people disappear, is because you're not communicating. Easy. All right, so here is the question. We can buy 10 from him now here, and we can buy a lot here. Hold on. If I do this, max this out, that means I'm going to get 20 of his shards. Let's just do this. Let's not think too hard about that. That, and then I can do max here. There's 2 more. Bet. Okay, so right now I should have 30 of his shards. Come over here and I buy one of these, and that will put me at 40. And then I have 28th metal. I can pair that up. Just got here. What'd you miss? Nothing really special, honestly. Pull Kyle based off the guarantee. I did the sector events so far. Cakewalk as usual. Then I just did the funny thing was like the emotional outburst is now you're fighting a team instead of just one character. That was fun. I put the poison team up against him and ruined him. So that was nice. Right now we collect this and we collect this. And we're gonna go take Kyle Rayner rank 8. I don't think there's anything else I can buy in the shop. I can't buy it again, can I? Nah. Also, we had an argument about anime. Not a big one, though. Oh, by the way, I didn't even say hi to Five Finger, even though I read your question. So what's up, Five Finger? And then what's up, Haley? I didn't even say what's up to y'all. All right, so let's go ahead and take Kyle Rayner to rank 8. Which means I can't take Dr. Poison to rank 8. Oh, no. Confirm. Auto select. Oh. I really want to take Dr. Poison to rank 9, actually. Rank 9. Okay, so yeah. I think the Christmas plans will show where the direction goes. A Christmas event where they give out good resources would be nice, but if they do what they did for Halloween, it's over. Yeah, 100%. And maybe it's already there, and it's just like, we're just not going to do that much. But yeah, that's 100% true. 100% true. What I think Christmas is going to be is them just giving a bunch of sales. A bunch of sales, like, this is a deal. I think that's what it's going to end up being, and then that's going to make it over. All right, so anyway, but hey, I'm willing to be surprised. Prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong. Anyway, so Kyle Rayner, right now, attack bonus. So he should hit like a truck, 174. That doesn't seem very high for DPS, a rank 8. Do I have another rank 8 DPS? 190, who has also, well, he has crit and then this attack bonus. I don't like that. I don't like that. Should I go ahead and snatch up this attack bonus here? The rest of this is defense. So let's go ahead and just strengthen this because I think I need to do 1 level anyway. Let's strengthen this up to 8 so we get that added piece of Attack bonus. And we're still going to be at 178. That does not seem like a lot. But he is supposed to crit, right? Do I have another rank 8 damage dealer? Not really. Okay. Although the badge for Deathstroke is higher than his. So we can be fair there. And in terms of these, I need to save this to finish off Penguin, I think. He has no artifact. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Thank you. That's a good shout. He does not, but Deathstroke does. And what is Deathstroke's artifact? When casting the ultimate for the second time, the number 2 time is just weird wording. Each part of the damage dealt by the ultimate progresses. So yeah, he needs to keep that. This DPS one, I guess I could put on him because it's on nobody else. But it's just a damage when it really should be on like a creature commando. I guess I'll go with that. This one is just an HP one, right? Yeah. I don't think there's anything else. Judo Master, that's a crit one, or it's armor piercing. Someone has a crit thing out there. Who has the crit? I thought for sure someone had like the crit basic piece. Penguin is block, armor piercing. Is it DCU? Crit rate increased by 8% instead. We're gonna equip this, I think. Sup, guy? We're gonna equip this one, I think. From DCU, or do I want armor piercing? What is this crit at now? His crit is at 17%. And then as he goes through his skills, he's going to give himself Frantic here. 1 stack of Frantic for 2 turns. Frantic duration increases to 3 rounds. That's fine. So that's one that gives him 10% more. Gains 10% permanent crit if any enemy's target is lower than 50% HP, increases damage by 15%. While Kyle defeats the enemy, he increases his crit. So that's not starting out. This is that whole heal thing that I think is the best part of his kit. And then Kyle permanently gains 2 stacks of shelter, and all allies will permanently gain 1 stack of crit. Or 1 stack of Frantic. And you showed the White Lantern animation. Oh yeah, we will in a sec. As soon as I take him in. The red gem. If it's on Batman, then it's not going. No, this thing. No, that stays on Batman because Batman. That stays on Batman because Batman. This guy need to stay with Zatanna no matter what the team he's on. I mean, that's the one to run best with him, I would say, because he wants to use Frantic. Is Dr. Poison good? I love Dr. Poison. I love Dr. Poison. I love her a lot. Is she the best? No. I want to say that she's better than Cheshire, but there's a very easy argument to say Cheshire's better than her. But I do love Dr. Poison. I really want to take her rank 9. But she'll be in the league recruitment pretty soon, seeing as how their banner just ended. Okay, so block rate. Do I want armor piercing or do I want crit? Let's go with, well, he doesn't get any benefit from crit. It just says that he's going to crit. Does he get any benefit from it? He gets the benefit from Frantic, not crit necessarily. He gets the benefit from having Frantics, the buff, but he doesn't necessarily get any benefits from the crit rate itself. Yeah, okay, so let's do armor piercing then. So he does more damage, albeit I do love Judo Master's damage. Oh well, equip. We'll do that. I think he's done. Yeah, so his level is up to 180. And Deathstroke is higher, yeah, but he also has the better whatchamahoosit artifact. And the badge. Can't forget that. How much we only have 27 here. Okay. So I think we're ready to go into a Kyle video, and then I'll run him in whatever. Also, let's see. His is all set, and then Poison Ivy. Need to be sure I level this up a little bit for her. Strengthen. We'll go here. Oh my gosh, there goes all my gold. And I have to do it because I love Poison Ivy. Okay, so Damn, that's a lot of gold. And now I am busted broke. Oh, so broke. So broke, so broke. We also need to do this training, get this titanium so we can level them up. His badge. Oh yeah, good point. His badge. I'll show you the badge now. I'm just double checking this real quick. I'll show you the badge now so that I can then, if I had waited, you know what, it doesn't matter. This rank 8 wouldn't have happened. I'll show you the badge now, and then I'm going to do a video and we'll include all the badge explanations. So his badge, someone did put it in the Discord too, by the way, Theonitis. There's a picture of it as well, just in case. So Kyle gains 10% attack and 10% bonus block amount when wearing his armor. So we want his ultimate to go out first. Very much like a Jon Stewart situation, actually. But Jon Stewart's more for the counters. So the first 2 times Kyle Rayner uses his ultimate, return 1 energy. Meaning his ultimate costs 3, if I'm not mistaken. So once you use it the first 2 times, you use the 3, give back the 1. Kyle Rayner only requires 2 stacks of Frantic to construct his mechanized armor, and his crit damage bonus is increased by 20%. The crit damage bonus increased by 20% is a big deal here. This 2 stacks of Frantic here, I guess it means that you don't have to run him with Zatanna. So that's the bonus. But here, in order to get his mechanized armor, if Kyle Rayner has 4 stacks or more of Frantic when using Bombarded Stars, he instead constructs a mechanized armor to attack, increasing his crit damage by 20%. So, honestly, I didn't even get a chance to look at what this is if he doesn't have 4 stacks of Frantic. What is Cheshire badge? Only have her 5 stars, 1 stack. Busted. Did you do New Crisis Watch? Yeah. You can get the badge materials from there. Yeah, I've already done Crisis Watch. I did that like a couple days ago. Give attack percentage gear. Did that. Yep. I have 2. I don't know who to give them to. You have 2 attack percentage gear. I put both attack percentage that I have, or at least actually I stole this from Poison Ivy, which is why I had to stole this from Poison Ivy. Stole this from, who did I steal this from? This I stole from Hal Jordan. This I stole from Poison Ivy, and that's why I went back and ranked up that epic 3-piece on Poison Ivy to make up for stealing it. But yeah, I stole those 2 and put them both on him, hoping that his damage is going to be nuts. And then Cheshire badge real quick. Just a quick show before we have to go into the Kyle Rayner video. So yeah, any poison stacks inflicted as a result of Shadow Shroud now lasts until the end of battle. Which is cool. The poisons just stick. The first time the enemy is defeated, Shadow Shroud cooldown gets set to 0. Also not a bad thing. And then while Shadow Shroud is active, Cheshire will always land critical shots. So they're good. They're good. What's up, Flip? Shelt, I know. I gotta remember. Sup. Wait, is this the first time saying something? I am a thief. Or maybe it's because of the thing. Alright, anyway, so what's up? What's up, Shelt? Flip. So I think her badge is good, but I'm not. I just did this real fast just because I have those materials and those are the fastest to get. I'm not rushing to get through her badge, to be quite honest, because that badge material is scarce. It's scarce. The purple that you get from Crisis Watch doing Aces area, there's enough for me to like not fully level up, but get pretty good progress on the tier 2 of the badge. Do you think they'll drop a Hal Fusion event during these 2 weeks? Dude, I literally put a video out about it yesterday. 100%. Maybe it's a different legendary, but we were trying to figure out when Swamp Thing was out. They did this thing of, and I can't remember who it was. Somebody said Cyborg, and I'm pretty sure they were right. But they did it for Aquaman, and then they plopped somebody in the middle. And people were like, you didn't warn us about the Aquaman, and then you plop another legendary, an old legendary, in the middle of it. The hell. And so people have been asking about when they're going to do a Hal Jordan banner. And I said, if you're pulling for Kyle, don't pull for him yet. If you want Hal Jordan, just wait a minute. Because what's going to happen is this event happens 2-3 days from now, maybe Monday, they're going to put a Hal Jordan banner in. a featured Hal Jordan banner. And they're going to be like, oh, remember I used all your super encrypted tokens for Cal Rayner? Yeah, go ahead and try to get some more for Hal. Give us your money. And people are going to be like, no, I quit the game. Because that's their strategy. And so far, it's failing miserably. What's up, Rello? What's up, Migs? I haven't seen y'all in a bit. Or maybe it's me. It is me. I've been sick. So what'd you miss? You missed me pulling Cal Rayner, taking him up to rank 8. Me being sick still. Me gearing him up. We went through the sectors. And now I'm about to do a video on Cal Rayner. But first, I think that's good. I think we're good here. What's up, Shiva? Shiva McLovin is an awesome name, by the way. Aside from the mobile game, are you excited about the new Supergirl movie? Yes. I haven't seen any trailer. Is there a trailer out for it? I was excited from it from, spoiler alert, DCU, the Superman movie. I was like, uh-oh, it's going to be funny. Because isn't Lobo supposed to be in it? I'll hold off from Cal. Yeah, hold off on Cal. And I'm saying this from a place of privilege. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm saying this from a place of privilege because, I do have a Jon Stewart guide if you go check the YouTube. Because if you I already have Hal Jordan, so I don't need to wait for his banner. But for those of you who do want Hal Jordan, it's just like, why would you pull for Cal Rayner and Rush? Do that little one featured recruitment thing, and then that's it. That's all you need. Just do the one to get that little milestone on his to-do list, the oath of the whatever's. Do that. And then wait until I don't know, wait a week. Or wait until the last 2 days of the event. And then if you want to dump the rest of your super encrypted tokens, then do that. And you'll be fine. Predator Batland, saw it yesterday with my family. It was good. Really? Wait. That's not, because I even made a watch along video for it. The one on YouTube. Not YouTube, the one on Netflix. Not Netflix, Disney Plus. There's a Predators movie where it is, what the hell is it? It's an animated movie. It was actually pretty good. I cannot remember the name of it right now. It was actually pretty good though. And I did a watch along because I was going to do watch alongs and post them up on Patreon. And did not work out well because of copyright laws. Anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and do a Cal Rayner video now. I think I've already done this part. I think we're good to go. The armor piercing. I have not seen him perform yet, so we'll see how that performance goes. Armor piercing, he's ranked up. Everything's good. All right. Killer of Killers. That's what it was. And Killer of Killers was good. So yeah, Predator Badlands. But why not? Is that in theaters or something now? Okay. Might be worth watching. All right, so let's go ahead and start recording. Let's do this. Yay for the 50 random diamonds that just popped up. Why? Okay. Oh, because I just unlocked them. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so. And 3, 2. The excitement of me pulling Cal Rayner is a little bit dampened by the way they released him, knowing damn well they're about to probably put out a Hal Jordan banner in the middle of this event. But it is what it is. In any case, I have Cal Rayner. I'm pretty excited about it. I've built him up. I got him to rank 8 fast. I'm not used to that. So let's hop into the video. Look, no delays. Let's just hop into the video. All right, so coming in. People think of Cal Rayner more as a White Lantern than a Green Lantern anyway. Coming in 3, 2. Hi guys, I'm Grabby here, and this is a DC Roast Collab video. In this video, I pulled Cal Rayner. I'll just keep making the note. Hard to be successful when you don't communicate things with your player base. Anyway, if you want that rant, and the rant, I've done that rant a billion times. Check out the stream, check out the other videos. I've done it 100 times. I'm not going to do it here. We're going to stick to Cal Rayner himself. Cal Rayner was chosen to become a Lantern out of necessity, but his limitless potential and creativity enabled him to be a master of the emotional spectrum. Yeah, an emotional spectrum. Cool. You know who doesn't have any emotional intelligence? Hal Jordan, because he keeps breaking his girlfriend's heart. Anyway, okay, let me stop. Anyway, so I did pull him. He is a single target burst damage. Someone did bring up the idea that you could run in with Batman for that team synergy, which I'm not opposed to. Crit, he wants to crit, and then target low health. I think the target low health thing is kind of cool, but it's also one of those like, man, who you impressing? Who are you impressing? You taking out the folks who are already weak. Bully. But no, Kyle Rayner is one of my favorite lanterns, and only because he's a comic book artist. But I think I put in the video already, or the beginning of this video. Please, any volumes on Kyle Rayner, let me know. Put them in the comment section so I can go read them. Hard job. Look, and I have the chat with me. The Hal Jordan thing, especially if you read like the history of Star Sapphire, it's like, dog. Anyway, so. Hal Jordan is the reason why we have to deal with broken hearts. Affinities. Because of Jon Stewart, top 3 epic in the game, he has increased HP 6% and defense 3%. Jessica Cruz, one of my favorite lanterns of all time. Attack 6% and then defense 3%. And what I've come to find out in terms of the lanterns, it's not that I have like I don't like the lanterns. I basically figured out that I like all of the lanterns except Hal Jordan and Guy Gardner. I love Atrocitus. He's cool. I like Bleeze. I like Kyle Rayner. I like Jon Stewart. I like Jessica Cruz. I like Indigo One. I like Saint Walker. I don't like Hal Jordan. I don't like Guy Gardner. I've been saying for years that I don't like the lanterns. And no, I just don't like their spokesman. There's those 2 dudes I don't like. Everybody else I'm cool with. Anyway. And so, yeah, 9%, 3% respectively on attack and HP when you have Hal Jordan and Star Sapphire. I like Star Sapphire. Damn it. All right. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get into his kit. And then I'll explain the gear that I put on him. Strikes at an enemy dealing 85% of attack as superpower damage. First thing you think of is Mr. Terrific. I've already put that in the previous video. Damage increased to 95%. Cal receives 1 stack of Frantic for 2 rounds, and then Frantic duration increases to 3 rounds. This here, I kind of poo-pooed when I first read through his kit. However, now it makes sense to me, given what you need in order for him to get his ultimate off, which does make you want to run him with Zatanna, but we'll get to that in a minute. Next, if an enemy target's HP is lower than 50%, increases damage by 15%. I do like. When Cal defeats an enemy, he permanently gains 10% crit damage up to a maximum of 30. Well, I mean, yeah, there's only 5 characters you're going to be able to beat anyway. So then by the time the last 2 are up, then you're going to have crit damage increased by 30%. Crit damage, not crit rate. Keep that in mind. Additional damage increased to 20%. So then it's going to be from 10% to 20%. The question is that damage maximum 30% still a thing? Oh no, sorry, misread. I would love to cut that out, but I'm not gonna. Misread. The damage increase right here is damage from 15% to 20%. My bad. Next, if Kyle uses his mechanized armor construct to defeat an enemy, it will cause superpower damage to all enemies equal to 40% of excess damage, which basically sounds like to me when there's an overkill and there's a bunch of extra damage, the 40% of the extra damage goes out to hit the enemy. Now, I am noticing something here in terms of how I built him. I built him with more attack than crit. However, I can see the argument for building him with more crit, seeing as how the crit damage does go up. He doesn't have any AoE attacks, so that's why I lean against the crit rate. Anyway, so we'll go here. When other allies land a critical, lands a critical using a basic or advanced attack on their turn, Kyle heals HP equal to 50% of his attack and advances his progress bar on the action bar, or advances his progress on the action bar by 6%. This heal goes up to 65% and then progress 8%. And then once he's at rank 10, the heal goes up to 80% of attack and then action bar goes up by 10%. Now this does say, hey, when they're critting, who do you want to run with them? I don't know, maybe the crit team like Red Hood, Green Arrow, Wonder Woman. You constantly crit with those characters. Zatanna in there as well. Like you're gonna run. He really wants to pair with Zatanna. Like really wants to pair with Zatanna. She's giving crit out to everybody. As they crit, he is healing, and he's gaining action bar. So that to me is like the best ability in his kit. Kyle's attack increases by 10% at the start of battle. Kyle permanently gains 2 stacks of shelter, and I really want to see how this works. And all allies will permanently gain 1 stack of frantic, helping them by 10% to crit. Next, his ultimate. Kyle dons armor for 3 rounds. increasing his block rate by 25%. I know you're thinking, Ocean Master, I did at first when I see that. The problem with this is that I'm not going to put block sets on Kyle Rayner, so you're going to have to get a lot of block from like substats. Maybe you can find an attack piece that has an attack com that has like a block percentage on it. Maybe that if you want to, but I feel like I have to bend over backwards a little bit too much to get him to run with the block team. You could if you want to have some fun, but I'm leaning against it. Maybe, but I'm leaning against it. He then bombards the enemy with the lowest HP percentage, causing superpower damage of 360% of his attack. Damage increases to 405%. If Kyle has 4 or more stacks of Frantic when using Bombard, he instead constructs Mechanized Armor to attack, increasing his critical damage by 20%. He dons armor for 3 rounds, and then this is Mechanized Armor. I have not even seen this regular one, because if I'm running him with Zatanna, like he has 7 by the time it gets to his turn. So maybe what I should do going forward, maybe I'll do that in his sector, is not run him with Zatanna at all, or maybe I can even do it now, just to see what the regular armor looks like, because I have no idea what the regular armor looks like now. It was so just automatic that you put him with Zatanna. That was the first thing I did, so I never saw the ultimate outside of that. Now, as far as the gear, I do have attack bonus and attack bonus. I was focusing heavy on attack. One alternative that I had that I'll think heavy on now is I did have a crit piece. And that crit piece, which I'm not going to actually be able to find because, of course not. I'm recording, so why would it show up now when I'm looking for it? It'll show up in a minute when I'm not looking for it, but why would it show up now when I'm looking for it? Anyway, so I did have a crit rate piece. That piece I could put on him, and the argument for that would be that he's got a high crit damage. He's increasing his crit damage. To me, however, the fact that his abilities are very single target burst, hence the running him with Batman, he doesn't have AoE attacks. Not that I'm saying, just to double check. He doesn't have AoE attacks. He's less likely to crit on a single target. Now he could, but this is one hit. That's it. He says bombards. It doesn't say multiple attacks. So bombard is maybe a tricky word. We'll see when we get to it, but I don't see multiple attacks here. So him critting, I'd have to have him at a very, very, very high crit rate. And I think I'd rather have attack and let him crit based on the Frantics that I'm going to put out there with Zatanna. If Zatanna has put 7 crits on him, that's an increase of 70% that he's going to crit. So I would rather use that, I believe, and then just increase his damage. So let's go to his badge. Kyle gains 10% attack and 10% block amount. So that's how much a block he's going to get when wearing his armor. Cool, because he's going to be in his armor real fast. The first 2 times Kyle uses his ultimate, return 1 energy. So his ultimate ability, I think, costs 3. So it'll use 3 and then give you back 1. Then, at least that's how I read it. That's how I interpret it. Kyle only requires 2 stacks of Frantic to construct his mechanized armor, and its critical damage bonus is increased by 20. Not 220, by 20. So when we go here, you have the crit damage is increased by 20. So then his crit damage is going to be increased by 40. And it's only going to take 2 of these to get that mechanized armor up and running. So there is his kit. I'm going to try to take him into some area. I don't know yet. Since he's single target, team ups might work. I'll be right back. Okay. So he's not really hitting very hard for me. Jessica is like tripling his damage. Ooh, that's not a good sign. I don't like Larfleeze. Larfleeze he's obnoxious, but I don't dislike him the way I would dislike howling him. Would Red Hood's leadership skill crazy for Kyle since yeah, that was what I was running him with when we were going through the sector stuff. I just don't have Red Hood in my level link right now. If you don't want Star, I'll take. I know, right? You got a incredibly attractive, incredibly intelligent woman, and you like, nah, let's mistreat her. See, good dudes be paying for that later when we gotta deal with. She's paranoid. She's paranoid because you cheated on her. Now she thinks all men cheat. I ain't cheat. I'm faithful. You were the POS. How? Just messing it up for all the good guys. Anyway, let's see. What was I thinking about? Somebody just reminded me of something. Oh, Red Hood. The Red Hood thing. I don't even know if I have good. And I took Red Hood out. I think it was today. And I was like, should I take him out? I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. I was going to put Star Sapphire in there, but her heal amount, though good, isn't going to be anything great. We will put Red Hood in because of that team synergy. And then I'm going to check Red Hood's gear because I know it has to be trash. Has to be trash. All right, so Red Hood. Here we go. Oh, God, it's so bad. It is so bad. Black men don't cheat. Oh boy! All right, I'm leaving that comment alone, Theon. I'm leaving that alone. You are not gonna have some folks coming at me. That's what I'm saying. I think his damage is super bugged at the moment. It might be, but then someone said that Squirrel was really liking him, and I can't imagine if his damage was bugged that Squirrel would like him that much. So that means his passive plus one auto attack at max badge, he gets his armor basically. Yeah. Like he gets one attack and it's over with. He'll have his armor up, and you won't need Zatanna by that point. My first time witnessing Guy Gardner was in Brave and the Bold animated. Bro caught the stiffest punch because nobody likes him. I think the first time I saw Guy Gardner was in the Superman animated series in the 90s. I think that was my first time I was aware of him. All right, so let's replace some of this stuff on. He wants to crit, so should I put him in crit gear or should I put him in attack? Well, let's just see, whichever one I have the highest of. None of these. Oh no, we'll do quality. And I'll resist the urge to say what I always say when I say quality. Let's see. So there's one epic one there. There's no epic 2 that's worth taking from anybody. Attack. Do we have an epic 2? No, we do not. All ones. So let's just do this now. The shoulder piece. We have an epic 1 there. No epic 2s. No epic 2. There we go. We'll use that to replace you. I'm sorry, Red Hood. You were just completely mistreated. You got no love from me. And then I'm like, why aren't you performing? It's like, oh, my bad, dog. I am really running low on gear. Like really, really. I'm really running low on gear. Oh, sorry. Let me ban this thing real quick. I gotta set up this auto ban thing again. Oof. I don't know if I even want to put him in, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll go back. We'll put this on you. And then I think I had a crit piece here. Can't be too good though. I did have a crit piece. It was a speed crit piece. I remember now. This is HP. Why would I? Okay. We'll go to attack. Nope. I don't know if I want to put him in 2 attack and 1 crit. Am I wrong? But if you got to run a full team for one character to pop off, that means the character isn't great. I get being optimal, but he seems to be not very good if not on a crit team. Oh no, I'm overdoing the crit. I think you only really need to run him with Zatanna. Like I'm putting in Red Hood as another example, but I'm not about to put it this way. I'm putting all this gear on him to be like a little bit better, but I'm not about to level up any of this gear because I genuinely believe that all you need to run him with is Zatanna until you get to that tier 3 badge and then he runs solo. Because he doesn't say that he needs crit to do his stuff. He needs frantic to do his stuff. And then that frantic gives him crit and he'll have crit damage. But it doesn't say that crit is required. Let's see. But I think he is very plug and play damage dealer. Like very, very plug and play damage dealer. I don't know where that other crit piece went. But it does have crit on it even though it's HP. Attack with that crit rate on it. I'm tempted to put that on there. Let's just replace that for now, just for S's and G's. Yep, this was the crit rate piece as soon as I did that equipment. Then attack here. I felt like I had a crit rate piece here, but I guess I'm just going crazy. And I will refrain from singing Music Soul Child half crazy. All right, so you see this 6% crit here on the substat. And I know I have this 5% crit piece, but I'm not putting that on Red Hood right now because I will not be like leveling them up. Everyone who reads the same everyone who reads that says the same thing. You mean the first part in terms of him being bugged out? All right, so here we go. This is, he has some crit on there, some crit. This attack. So yeah, I guess I'm building here with more crit. Putting an epic 3-piece on him is a stretch. That is a stretch, my guy. Quality. I don't think I have, but that's block. I don't think I have a blood sport in level link anymore. Vigilante, he is also not in level link anymore. All right, so it's gonna have to be an epic 1 piece, which he already has that as attack. So, and then let's see if there's an epic 2 crit piece that has attack on it, maybe. What's up with all these HP pieces, man? Damn, replace. And then I guess I can change this to attack. No, I have more of those. All right, so good. Replace. Okay, so now we have 4 attack, or 2 attack, 4 crit. His crit rate should be up pretty high. And then given his kit, it should be a lot of stuff. So 26. But it's fine. I'm not unlocking his badge because I think his badge is kind of trash. All right, so we do have Red Hood there. I think it's really plug and play. So check the DMs. I will after the stream. Maybe I gotta get level 30 badge. I think I was one of the OGs who said that John was good once you got his badge. John Stewart? Because I don't like, I'm still going for John Stewart's level 3 badge now, actually. Don't let me lie. Because I do like his badge. If that's the John you're talking about. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put him in team ups. It's an image of upcoming Lantern Banner. Really? Oh my gosh. Where are you getting the image from though? Is it from oh, that's cool. That's cool. So then they're definitely going to do Green Lantern as a featured banner soon. Listen to your boy. Thank you. Listen to your boy. I told you. So you're going to see in about 3 days when they're going to do a Green Lantern Hal Jordan banner. And then probably an epic banner for John Stewart. That would make some sense. And then I would like an epic banner for Star Sapphire. I would. Listen to your boy. Listen to me now. Believe me later on. Okay. Basic training. We're not doing that right now. These 40 shards, we're not doing anything with those right now. Okay, so let's go to team ups. And then we start recording again. Team ups, we're going against Deathstroke. This is going to be not a fair representation. Let me see. I have 8 attacks here. So let's simulate an advanced simulation. Since he is single target, this is where it's going to look the best. And he's tactical. Come on, catch this L, Superman. Okay, so I like that he's tactical. There are only a few that really priority on the badge. When it comes to tactical, the top of my mind is Zatanna and Raven only. Yes. Yeah. You could put Poison Ivy in there, but I wouldn't put it as like a priority, but she would be good. I think she has a good badge. I think she does. All right, so let's go ahead and get back to recording. Coming back in 3, 2. So luckily for our advanced simulation, we got Superman. So Superman, mighty, Kyle Rayner, tactical. We do have an advantage here. Now, someone did bring up the fact that I did set up my Red Hood. My Red Hood wasn't even in my level link, but I did get my Red Hood. I did add some gear to him. It's still not great gear. In fact, it's still bad gear. But the reason I'm putting him in right now is because I'm going to use his team synergy, not for the crit rate, for the crit damage. This gives me 20% extra crit damage at rank 8. I think it goes up higher once I get him to rank 10, which probably won't be anytime soon. But that is for extra crit damage because he's going to want to crit. So I will put Red Hood in here as an off tank. Next, I will put in Rayner because, you know, this is his video. And follow that by Zatanna. I feel as though until you have his badge up to tier 30, that you're going to want to run Zatanna with him. Zatanna gives so much frantic that when she gives those frantics to him, his first ultimate turn, he's going to get his mechanized armor. Dr. Poison, this ain't your video. Get out of there. So that. Now, I am putting in other characters like Wonder Woman, for example, because he has a benefit of if other characters crit, he's going to go ahead and heal, action bar, all that jazz. As a actual tank, who am I running him with? Probably Aquaman for protection. Right now, probably not a great idea, especially with this going on. This is probably stupid because I have him going right in front of Superman and Starfire. And for when I'm actually doing this, I'm going to remove it, but I'll show it now because I want to see the crit damage that happens with Rayner. But he's going to basically die immediately and then revive and then die immediately again. But we want this added for the first 3 turns crit damage. Okay, so next, let's run a lantern with the lantern. They homies anyway, right? So let's run John Stewart as the tank. We're going to put Wonder Woman here. We're going to put John Stewart there. Their damage is worth nothing. All right, so let's go with this. And then we're going to slow it down. We're going to slow it down. See what happens when he gets his first turn. So you see he has 6 frantics right now, 7. So he's got 7 frantics. He only needs 4. A lot of those frantics came from the advanced attack from Zatanna. We took damage from Soups. I thought that Red Hood was going to fall based off that, but actually Wonder Woman seems that she took more damage. Thank you, John Stewart, for very, very, very slowly shooting Superman over and over and over again. Okay. Now we're looking for the mechanized armor. Oh, there's another attack. Did that give the heals? I need to pay attention to the heals for the crit attack. We do like that. And now, well, the silence was on there from a Wonder Woman, actually. So crit attack. And what I'm looking for here is that every time they crit, he is supposed to advance. So you should see this little icon here move forward every time they crit. So at a certain point, he should push himself ahead of Wonder Woman, theoretically. And yep, Red Hood already did. He did just push himself ahead of Wonder Woman, if you know. Well, let's see. More crit attacks on the basics, though. So see here, now he's ahead of Wonder Woman because as they're critting, this is actually pretty cool. You can see him like climb through the others and say, no, my turn, dog. My turn. So that is fun. All right, so then we'll go ahead and boost this back up because 1x is so slow. Red Hood is down. Red Hood down. And now he's going to use his ultimate and pop off on Sapphire, who killed him. Bunch of crit attacks. Rayner's getting selfish. And now I need to pay attention to the heals. I pay attention to the action bar. Now I need to pay attention to the heals. So wait, as they're critting, is he on? These life steals here are coming from these 2 frantics as a result of there was a heal there as a result of Zatanna lifesteal. So another attack. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, the crit from Red Hood right there. He's about to fall again. The crit from Red Hood is healing. It's healing Kyle. It's not healing the others. So I guess I misread that. So whenever another ally does a crit shot, he heals. I thought that the heals would be for everybody. That's less fun. Oh yeah, Red Hood was totally a meat shield in that scenario. Twice. That's less fun. That's less fun. I don't know why I read into. Maybe I'm still got Dr. Poison on the mind. I don't know why when I read that he would end up healing everybody. But no, he progresses his own action bar and his own heals. Let me double check that. And then we're going to check his actual damage that he does. Because I don't know if I should be impressed or not. All right, so let's check the damage. We did 10%. Woo-hoo. All right, so he did do 10 million in damage. Granted, his ultimate was first. He did 6.6, but that's out of turn tags. Wonder Woman was second. She did 6.5. That seems to be kind of in line with this. She is ranked 9 right now. And then poor Red Hood. No, that's not what's up. And he got 6.8 million. I'm guessing this is what distributed to himself. All right, so let's go ahead and go back. We're going to do a actual team this time, not with Red Hood on it, because my Red Hood is weak. And then see what we can do. So be right back. All right, so let's see if we can get an actual like team. Try, yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Like I'm gonna start doing the actual stuff and not the crit damage thing. All right, so he has superpower damage. We're gonna run him with Mr. Terrific, which means we got to remove Jon Stewart. Superpower damage could also come from DCU, but we're gonna hold off on that right now. We do want to keep critting, so we're gonna leave Wonder Woman in because she crits on her basic. Oh, and the one that I wanted to do this with was Judo Master. Because all of his attacks crit. All he does is crit. He has like a 70% crit chance to start with. So I'm using Wonder Woman as an off tank because the reduction of damage, that may not be a smart move. It might be smarter for me just to remove Wonder Woman altogether. That might be the play. So, question. I've been reading some people oppose to summoning him from weekly recruitment. Why do you think that is? Summoning who from weekly recruitment? Kyle? You can't get him in weekly recruitment. Who are you talking about from weekly recruitment? Does the heal affect the characters that crit, or is it just for himself? So that's the hard thing to tell. Well, no, it's not hard because it's Zatanna. Zatanna gives lifesteal to those who have frantic, right? So if the 2 heals that I was seeing came from the 2 frantics that they had out there and the lifesteal there. So that's how I interpreted that. It could be that they were getting heals and I was looking at it incorrectly. And one of the heals was from the Frantics and one of the heals was from Kyle Rayner. Let me double check this. When other allies land critical shot, attacks are basic on their turn, Kyle heals HP. So it doesn't say Kyle heals allies. It says Kyle heals himself. That was me misinterpreting. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. Because I really wanted that to be for the entire... If that was for the entire team, that would have been awesome. Damn, that would have been awesome. He seems like a great front line for Mr. T team. You think so? His HP is at 1.1 million. I mean, maybe I could put him there in front instead of... Yeah, because he's healing himself. No, that's a good point. He's healing himself. Wonder Woman doesn't do that. Wonder Woman does not do that. That's a good point. This might be the better option. That might be the better option. Good point. I should try. Yeah, the Batman team synergy is going to come up next after the Mr. Terrific. Wonder Woman has a 20% crit damage increase for all allies. True. That's part of her badge, right? Hold up. Where you at, Wonder Woman? Is it part of her badge? Or is it her passive? The last passive. But that's only for herself. Increases crit damage for all allies. There we go. 20% if it's rank 10. I have it 15% now. Okay. All right. Cool. Summoning and weekly recruitment in general. Number 1 specifically. I summon a weekly recruitment over epic recruitment if I ever do it. I don't do it now anymore because I'm just like saving until they have these events, because I can't remember the last time I summoned in weekly recruitment with the goal of summoning a weekly recruitment. But if you want to know how good weekly recruitment is, it's limited. They put a limited number. I don't want all those damn uncommons. Like, what am I going to do with uncommons? So I'll pull like 10 encrypted tokens or 2,000 diamonds, and I end up with 6 or 7 uncommons. Thanks for all that useless titanium. The 1,000 I'll get. No thanks. I'd rather pull from the weekly recruitment. But honestly, I just wait now for featured banners. And then weekly recruitment, not really rocking with recently. Last month, I want to say. Yeah. Legendary recruitment you don't touch because you save all your super encrypted tokens for the events. So I put weekly recruitment over epic recruitment because I don't want all those uncommons and stuff. And there have been people who've made that argument, but I've just checked their rosters, checked their progression, and those are the people who are complaining about not having enough materials or resources. Anyway, so I guess we go with this. So let's come back here and start recording. Coming back in 3, 2. Okay, so after some discussion with chat, appreciate you guys. Basically what we're doing is we're going to run Kyle Rayner as an off tank. The reason being is that he does heal himself. I misread that those heals were going to be for the entire team, all allies. It's not. Anytime somebody else crits, he heals himself, which does probably put him as a good off tank as opposed to Wonder Woman, which I was going to do before because she has that damage reduction. However, also someone did point out that Wonder Woman is probably a good person to run with Kyle Rayner because she does give her allies an increase at rank 10, 20%. Right now I have her rank 9, so increase 15% crit damage. And then I put in Judo Master because all Judo Master does is crit. Crit, crit, crit. That's all he does. So I'm hoping that that will help feed Kyle Rayner. We'll go here to the, we'll put Judo Master here in the 3rd position, albeit maybe only because we're doing this in team ups and not in a place where we're meeting like 5 enemies. We're going to run Judo Master here to go ahead and put the silence on Starfire, which lately hasn't been actually doing it. And then Wonder Woman in the 3rd position. Typically, if it's main story or whatever, I'm putting Wonder Woman in the 2nd position. Kyle Rayner is his video. All right, so let's see how this goes. See if we do any more damage. See how Kyle Rayner... Oh, and Kyle Rayner does give himself like 2 permanent shields as well. That's true. He does give himself 2 permanent shields. Now, I feel as though there was a lot of crit attack there. There's a heal there from Kyle Rayner. He does give himself 2 permanent shelters. So that does also speak to how good he is as an off tank. So good shout. Good shout to the chat. April. Thank you, April. Additionally, you have Mr. Terrific there who's increasing the superpower damage that Kyle Rayner is putting out. And he gives an increase of 50% and then increased defense for those characters with superpower damage or all allies by 15%, I want to say. So you see his action bar progressing. You see him healing himself as it goes. Not on the ultimates, so let the ultimates happen. Ooh. A lot of heals from Mr. Terrific stripping all the debuffs. See, he's already back up to full health and his action bar just keeps progressing and progressing. This is fun. This is fun. He might be wrecking shop right now. And he's already back up to full health. Go Judo Master, that's fine. Put that silence on Starfire. No, you won't do it because I don't know. You just don't do that anymore. He takes it, and he's already healing himself back up. He's already healing himself back up, and he just keeps giving himself more and more action bars so he can take more and more turns or get out in front of everybody. We do like that. We do like that. That was a fun experience. Only 13% damage, but that's okay though. That's okay though. 11 million in heals. So he gonna stay alive. Wonder Woman has 7.2 regardless. 7.5 from Judo Master and then 6.4. We're not really looking for damage from Mr. Terrific, even though he should be healing. He didn't heal that much. By the way, these extra heals coming here are from the lifesteal from that Zatanna gives when you have Frantic. This is nuts. 11 million in damage and 11 million in healing himself. That's fun. All right, so we're going to try to do one more thing with Batman's team synergy. We'll be right back. I don't know why I feel like an ABC Saturday morning cartoons was like, we'll be right back. After these messages, we'll be right back. So anyway, let's go back. That was fun. All right, so now we try the Batman team synergy and we call it a video. I think I like Cal Rayner. I think I like Cal Rayner. Especially that off-tank thing with Mr. Terrific. That was a good shout, April. That was a good shout. He did a different ultimate at the end. He did a different ultimate. He did a different ultimate at the end? Because of not having enough frantic. Not having enough frantic. So let's fight. So Batman, cause Batman. We use Batman's team synergy. So wait. Yep, so Cal Rayner does count. Just want to double check. We could put in John Stewart. This is not going to be as much damage, though. I can go ahead and tell you that right now. Or at least I'm assuming not. I still kind of want to run these two with him because of the increased crit damage and the increased frantics. I really am only changing this. I feel like this is the trio. Wonder Woman, Zatanna, and White Lantern Sinestro. White Lantern Cal Rayner. Your Zatanna has a Philosopher's Stone. No, that's on Kid Flash right now. But argument noted. I'm just not going to go back and change it right now. Maybe up front with John Stewart on Batman team. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave him up front because the thing, even though there's that increased damage and he may fall because there's that increased defense from Mr. Terrific's team synergy. Even if the amount that he was healing himself as things were going through, as it was going through stuff, it was kind of nuts. It's pretty awesome. I liked it. So I'll run that risk right now. I will take that chance. Let's put Batman up and then John Stewart. Wonder Woman's, it's an AoE attack against a team ups. So it is what it is. That's why that's happening that way. We have the team synergy from Batman set up. Yeah. All right. So here we go. Start recording. Coming back in 3, 2. So we're going to use Batman's team synergy. My Batman is rank 11. So he's maxed out his team synergy. During battle, attack of all allies, that would suck. All your enemies are stronger now. Single target burst characters increases by 12%. The first single target ultimate from each ally dispels all stacks of a random buff from the target. Sure. So he does count in this category. And I've also put in John Stewart because, lanterns. That's the only reason. That's literally the only reason. However, the more I play, the more I want to keep not just Zatanna with Cal Rayner. I also want to keep Wonder Woman because I like that increased crit damage. So I'm going to keep him here as an off tank in this scenario because of how much he heals himself. So I'm keeping him in the front line, and a large part of me really likes him as a front line off tank when you need it. And I think the best team was actually the previous team, but we'll see how this one runs. So let's go. Thank you guys for watching. Please please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and a dislike. I'm okay with that as well. I do really like Cal Rayner, and I can't wait to use him more. He might end up interfering with my taking Swamp Thing to rank 9. Ooh, okay. I'm worried about the attacks. He does keep that shelter on him, though. So that does help him deal with incoming damage. He does not have mechanized armor because we did not have enough frantics. I guess it got stripped by Starfire. So his ultimate, I didn't even notice the ultimate, honestly. And someone did say that before. He didn't have enough frantics last time, so his ultimate looked weird or looked different. However, even without the mechanized armor, he still should do a good bit of surviving based on that passive where he's going to heal. Yo, John Stewart's just doing the most right now. Yep, so there's he had 2 stacks of frantics there. Maybe he had 5 when it started, but his mechanized armor is up. Even though it looked like he only had 2 frantics. Maybe I just didn't notice when he got the other 2. So He's running in the front row with Batman, or sorry, as the off tank. And though he's taking a good amount of damage because of all the crits, he's healing himself back up. I'm liking this a lot. Yeah, his ultimate looks completely different when he doesn't have enough frantic to put on the armor. It looks completely different. It's just a blast from the chest. And the armor only lasts 3 turns, so if he doesn't get his ultimate off again with more frantics, then he is going to lose his armor. Uh-oh. Which we're not too worried about. He just heals so much. And Jon Stewart just trying to take the show over. Which I'm good with. We're definitely good with that. All right, so pretty sure the damage here is going to be less than what it was with Mr. Terrific. Kind of has to be, honestly. So there's a mechanized armor because he had enough frantics for it. It kind of has to be because Mr. Terrific's team synergy does 50% more damage. However, given this, that means I can also get more damage from Jon Stewart and run them together. So let's check this damage stats and see where he's at. So he did a lot less, but that was to be expected. That was to be expected. Batman is going to succeed here because my Batman, rank 11, he has all the best attack, bonus gear, all that other stuff. So take that with a grain of salt. That I have him built that way. But he did 6.4 million and then 4.9 million. I'm running him with Mr. Terrific. That's who I'm running Kyle Rayner with the most of the time. So again, thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, hit subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. I'll see you guys next time. So there's the Kyle Rayner video. Only thing is for him to be a front line, your team has to be constantly critting. He seems kind of squishy despite yeah, that's true. However, now I'm building a crit team. So I have my block team. I have my poison team. I like the idea of a crit team when the original version of it, which would have been Red Hood, Zatanna, Green Arrow, and Wonder Woman. But now we have Kyle Rayner there. I will happily what's up, Lionel? You just missed everything. I will happily run Kyle Rayner with Mr. Terrific, Wonder Woman, Zatanna, plug in whoever the hell else you want in that 4th slot. Because I'm increasing damage by 50%. I'm putting out a bunch of frantics. So what you're telling me is I'm going to crit plus 50% added superpower damage. Why would I not want to do that? Why would I not want to build that team? Like you need it to optimize him. But yeah, everybody has their optimal teams. Like Cheshire is going to work best in poisons, but you can still plug her anywhere else. Like Kyle Rayner runs best, I think, in that setup, and he becomes a really, really, really good tank. But I still think you can plug and play him in a bunch of different areas. I could just take him with Zatanna and plop them anywhere, and they'll be good, I think. I mean, hell, here they're not great. It wasn't optimal, but they were good. They were good. So let's go ahead and try to run Kyle Rayner with Mr. Terrific. And I'll just go ahead and send out that rally call. We fight. That made me like Kyle Rayner a lot. That frontline thing was a good shout. That was really, really, really good. I like that a lot. All right, so we'll put Mr. Terrific up there. We're running them. Question is, Batman comes out. I think I had Judo Master in there before, and he did absolutely nothing. So what I will do is maybe Superman DCU. And in this scenario, funnily enough, I would still put, what is this? Yeah, attack bonus. I put this on Superman DCU. When I do this? Cool, I'm not complaining. Typically, funnily enough, I would run Superman DCU in this off-tank position. In this scenario, I could. However, I kind of want Kyle Rayner in the front instead of Superman DCU. Even though Superman DCU has that invulnerability if he gets down to 0, Kyle Rayner doesn't get down to 0. He's going to have he's going to have lifesteal when dealing superpower damage. He's going to do 50% more superpower damage. and his defense is increased by 30%. So, given the fact that he also gives himself shelter, I want Kyle Rayner to run up front over DCU. And that, me saying that, changes so many things. So many things. I'm being dramatic. But changes things when I'm running him on other teams, because now when Superman DCU is in the back and I'm having to deal with Damian or something, he has that invulnerable to keep himself alive when somebody's attacking the back row. And he can still pop off and do damage. I'm liking this a lot. I'm liking this a lot. You can even put Two-Face for more damage amplification, but you have to put him in the back, Wonder Woman as a front line. Yes. I don't know. I'll put Wonder Woman in the front line though. I don't know if I'll put Wonder Woman in the front line because she's good, but she's not great in front line. Of these three characters I'm putting in the front line, Kyle Rayner first, DCU second, and then Wonder Woman third. She's good there. She's good there, but not great. We're going to run this and see what happens. Then I'm going to make a cup of coffee, 30 more minutes, and then I got to go to work. This was fun, though. Just wish they would announce it so people could plan and enjoy the fun with me. Oh. All right, so anyway. We really do damage on them. He's versatile, yeah. Like I found the role for him that I want to do. Like I found that this is the team for me now. But damn, what had happened was I was also running Mr. Terrific and DCU with Poison in the back line. So Poison Ivy, Dr. Poison, and Cheshire. I was running that as well, especially since like superpower damage. Superpower is the damage that you want to deal with. If you're building for damage, like superpower, because poisons are superpower damage, and that increase helped. It helped a lot. He has 9 frantics and no damage, full health bar. Action bar just stay going up. I don't remember the Green Lantern from Injustice 2. That I need to buy that game again. I played it mobile, but I never played it on a system. How many stars? I have them at rank 8. I had a bunch of 8th medals that I actually saved for once instead of like just rushing to spend them on something. And I was able to finish the sector, whatever, and do his attack the main boss thing. And yeah, I was able to do that. Use those 8th medals, get him up to rank 8. I stole gear off of Hal Jordan and Poison Ivy, which Poison Ivy I've already fixed a little bit. Hal Jordan I have not. I could run Hal Jordan in that place with Superman DCU. This is going to be an operation error because, yeah, network is busy. Why are you busy? This is your only job. Anyway, I could run him with Hal Jordan. I kind of don't care to. But my Hal Jordan's only rank 7 now anyway. I'm scared to do skip battle for these things because my skip battle always end up being crap. Hal Rayner's pretty awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to run this actually real quick, and I'm going to go make a coffee. I'll be right back. Let me go and transition this, though. Guy Gardner, I did start building too, actually. I could see that. I could see that. I could see that. So yeah, while I was making my coffee, I saw where Kyle Rayner did like 19 million in damage. It's going up, dog. This is a bug. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, that's a bug. 19 million and 17 million in damage, and then previously, what was it? Because it is the dampen. I think the dampen is help. Like you're right on that, April. I could put Guy Gardner in there for the dampen. Previously, it was Superman was doing 7 million and Kyle Rayner was doing 14. Wonder Woman was doing 9.2. Yeah, has to be a bug. This has to be a bug. Okay, so you said that the damage was bugged out. Does they mean that I took it to mean that his damage was not doing a lot of damage. Did they mean actually that he was just doing the most damage? Is that what they meant? Because he is an absolute beast. If this is like a consistent thing, he's a monster. There's no like other way around it. He is an absolute monster. It's insane. It's broken. It's absolutely broken. 100%. Damn. I don't. Ooh, damn. I would love to fight this level right now. Fawcett City's gonna get work as soon as you're tomorrow. Fawcett City, you getting worked, dog. I put Terrific and because Terrific's tactical. Fawcett City, Central City about to get ruined. I could put Zatanna, Mr. Terrific, and Kyle Rayner all on Fawcett City and Central City. I don't give a damn who else is there. I give no dams. No dams. The least amount of dams. Oh, wow. That is fun. And hey, why not? Why not? What are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we doing? With the Batman team synergy? Sure. You finna catch this out. Who am I replacing him with? We got to keep Batman in. Zatanna. Should I just? Oof. Yeah, I guess you can go. No, I kind of need you. I do kind of need you to be there. Kyle Rayner, let's go ahead and ruin Power Rings Day. So we'll put you in. That activates the team synergy again. We'll pull you back just in case something goes down. And then we can we could put Mr. Terrific in here, but we need the Batman synergy. So let's put John Stewart. Or maybe, let's be smarter. Bet. Armor set, you mean gear set? It's 2 attack bonus pieces that I stole, and they're both attack. So they're attack bonus pieces on the comms and the accessories. 4 attack overall, then 2 crit. That's when y'all know though the wheels are turning, and I think everybody should feel the wheels turning. Everybody should be like, wait a second. But this is the problem with not announcing it. I'm excited because I have him, and I happen to have him because I lucked up on the guarantees before. I got my Swamp Thing really, really early. Then the guaranteed. Let's just go ahead and run this and see how this. Let's see him ruin Power Rings Day. I was very, very fortunate. Like exceedingly fortunate that this all goes back to me getting Swamp Thing in that 4th pull 2 months ago or a month ago, right? Because that happened, that meant that I just kept using my super encrypted tokens and stacking up my guaranteed count. By the time we got to this point, I was at 105, 45 super encrypted tokens. I'm pulling Kyle Rayner. I barely had to plan anything. Barely, because I wasn't pulling super encrypted tokens randomly, because also I'm closer to the end game than to the early on game where people are putting out super encrypted tokens in the legendary recruitment. If you knew Kyle Rayner was coming in 3 weeks, then you'd be like, all right, let me save my super encrypted tokens. What they want you to do is use your super encrypted tokens. Kyle Rayner comes out. I'm saying, oh, he's amazing. And now you're like this sense of FOMO where you feel like you have to spend money. Or what has been happening more, you're saying, screw this game. You guys didn't tell me. I'm just not going to play it. Oh yeah, he's definitely an honorary Dampen member. Like he can run with DCU and Mr. That's the one reason why I'm trying to debate between Wonder Woman and Mr. Terrific because they can put damping out there. But it is what it is. But he's very, very plug and play. Yeah, my pulls are good. But here's the thing. Part of the pulls being so good is the fact that I'm deeper into the game. And so I'm not pulling. My Hal Jordan is another thing. I don't care about having Hal Jordan. He's not one of my favorite characters. Thankfully, my favorite character is an epic, so it was easy to get him up to rank 11. But like, let me run this while I'm saying this stuff. So that way you're not just hearing me ramble. So thankfully, I don't have, like, if you really want Hal Jordan, if that's the guy you like, then you're pulling for him in like legendary recruitment or weekly recruitment, using up your resources. But what if you're just an overall Lanterns fan and you're like, I really want the Lanterns. So if I knew Kyle was coming, I like Hal Jordan, I love Kyle Rayner, then you would plan ahead and be like, yeah, let me get this all working. Let me do this. Let me do that. If you get put in the position of, all right, Kyle Rayner got announced 17 hours before he was supposed to come out. And you're like, but I just spent my super encrypted tokens on this legendary recruitment to try to get Hal Jordan because you won't tell me when his banner's coming out either. You get frustrated and you quit the game. Some people, fewer, because guess what? The revenue in this game keeps decreasing. Some people will reach into their wallets. A lot of people who can't afford to just up $100 for a damn mobile game are just going to quit because they feel like they're being lied to or there's a cash grab. This is an insurance scam. Like it sucks. I have been fortunate in the fact that one, my favorite character of all time is an epic. Two, I started the game in May. So like my roster is further along than a lot of people's would be if they're just starting. And then, yeah, I can kind of hoard without even trying to. Anyway. Yeah, but that's a content creator thing. You can't, this is going to sound so, this isn't an arrogant thing, but having played these games from a content creator perspective, one, I can put money in and say like, hey, tax write-off. But two, it's also that I study it. And some people are just trying to have fun. A little bit of work, watch some YouTube of a guy who just talks too much and enjoy it on the toilet while they have that 10 minutes of peace where their kids are sleeping. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody's got this like, oh, I'm going to dedicate X amount of time to figuring out this game. And so, yeah, I know how to use the system well enough because of the situation that I'm in. Like, it's a combination of stuff that isn't really helping or beneficial to the like average fan of game player based person. Not everybody's going to be able to do the same things that I do because they're not going to all have a YouTube channel or be able to afford to put money into a mobile game. Damn you, Power Ring. You were supposed to die. Let's see where you at. I was literally talking about CZN yesterday, about starting streaming that game. And right now it's 8 o'clock. I got to go to my real job in like 15 minutes. This week is going to be a week, man. Jesus. But yeah, I got to go to my real job relatively soon. But I was saying that I'm going to do, and I think you heard this, it won't be tomorrow. We'll see about the weekend. It might be Saturday, where I'm going to start from like the beginning and then just play it through because it's not a game where I can give advice on anything. All right. So what went wrong here? I don't know because I wasn't paying attention. I thought we were going to murder everybody. Where are we looking at? What's going on? What happened? What'd you do? We'll put Wonder Woman up front, I guess. But we're going to run this one more time and see what the problem was. Actually, we'll do it like this, though. Everybody did. Okay. Now, maybe 68. The damage is increasing at an increasing rate. That's 68 now. Is it that he learns? Is he like an adaptive AI where he learns each time? It's like the same way they made Doomsday. He just gets thrown into battle and killed over and over and over again. They scrape up his DNA and then toss it back out there again. Is that what they're doing with Kyle Rayner? Is that what happened? If it goes up to 72 right now, that's totally what's happening. It's totally what's happening. Everybody did. What happened? Okay, 68. All right, 68 is the number. 68 is the number. Okay, so let's see if we can alter this just a little bit. I think I have, how much of this do I have right now? 24K. I can't even buy a gear piece yet. So let's go here. Question. Maybe I should put, and yes, I said question in the style of Destiny's Child, Independent Women, Charlie's Angel style. Yes, I did say question. I did say it like that. All right, so he puts out dampen. I'm wondering, because she's an AoE damage dealer. Maybe the AI was the friends we made along the way. Oh, let's see what happens. Nope, Batman was better there. Okay, so I might have reached the limit here at Power Ring. However, I do still need to go to battlegrounds, training grounds, whatever the hell they call them. And let's see. That. I know how we want Batman as a legendary version. Now they give is this and his superpower version too. His superpower version is probably going to be some craptastic Batman versus Superman armor suit thing, if they did do it. All right, so we're done with Power Ring. I wish there was more to do, but there's not. We're stuck, and I don't feel like going through that over and over and over again. What was the next thing I was going to do? War World, no. Evil Falls, no. Convergence, no. Crisis Watch team ups. That wasn't it, was it? Oh yeah, training grounds or battle training, whatever. Because I need this titanium so I can go ahead and go up to level 302. Challenge. Oh, that titanium, duh. So we fight Peacemaker, the most mediocre of the legendaries to have come out, and we're gonna use the team that I'm loving so much right now. Wonder Woman has been revitalized. Theoretically, I could just run them like this. I don't know why I have to have like that. I could just do this. That's totally fine to have these two damage dealers in the front and running them as a tank and an off tank. And even better, he should be the primary in this situation. It's so funny to have Wonder Woman here and not give a damn about her actually doing damage. That's hilarious to me right now. All right, Peacemaker, come get this L. Okay, so I know how we want Batman. Yep. So Mr. Terrific, DCU, Kyle, Hal, and Sinestro, best superpower team. I could see that. But I still want the increased crit damage from Wonder Woman, and you still need the frantics from Zatanna in order to get him to do his armor as soon as possible. Because he's not going, unless he has that badge 30, he's not going to have enough frantics to go into his armor, which gives him all those increased stats. So you kind of have to drop Hal and Sinestro if you want that scenario. I'm hoping that at the end of the DC KO event, we start getting some of those characters in the game. The KO event? What's the DC KO event? Still wondering what the Lantern team will get in support the team synergy. So far, it looks like what they got was a dadgum gauntlet. 2 lanterns up front and 3 single targets in the back against Power Ring. 2 lanterns up front. Why would 2 lanterns up front matter? Because they don't really have a synergy like that. Because the damage to Mr. Terrific when moved to someone else is reduced. So you... Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Front left. No, you're right. That's why I had him up front. However, having Kyle up front, I mean, he just never really... At least for these things. Like, he's already going to stack up his health in a little bit. Bang, bang. But no, you're right. Mr. Terrific could have been better up there, front left. main team, 4 Green Lanterns. I'm hoping for their synergy. We get a boosted damage when shielded or crit rate. They do have like that. Like so, for example, Jessica Cruz gets the most benefit from having Green Lanterns around her because she stacks up power as they shield themselves and each other. So she is actually like the only lantern that really gets benefit from other lanterns being around. So there's that thing. Spark of Fire. It's the event where the main DC universe is in a Mortal Kombat tournament versus the Absolute Universe. What? I did not know that was a thing. I did not know that was a thing at all. Oh no, Cal died. I did not know that was a thing at all. When does that event happen? Wait, did I hear about that? No, I don't think I did. There was some other Mortal Kombat thing I read recently, I think. I'm old. I'm going crazy. I don't have a good memory anymore. So, overall, jury, Kyle Rayner's amazing. I think Kyle Rayner pushes Wonder Woman down another peg. Obviously, I mean that was their plan, right? I'm not willing to put him above Aquaman yet. It took me a minute to put Aquaman above Wonder Woman, but he is better than Wonder Woman. I do use him more. Kyle Rayner might be. Well, I mean, I guess he is a bet. If he's above Wonder Woman, then he's the best damage dealer in the game. And that's me saying this after playing him for an hour and a half. 6,000, yay. So yeah, seems obvious. Let me fix what I just messed up. Seems like an obvious thing to say. Oh, this is so warped and everything. It looks weird. Anyway, this looks so warped. I didn't even realize this until just now. Sorry, ADHD. I'm blaming that on everything. I say that about everything, and that's not always the case, but I'm going to still use it. All right, so transition, lock, which I'm wanting to hit control save. You said you weren't into absolute stuff, so it probably wouldn't be your thing. Yeah, I've only read the Absolute Batman, and I didn't finish that one. So maybe not my thing. What? We didn't get this one. What? We can fight that one more time and do it with Kyle. We'll do it with Mr. Terrific in the proper position. We'll pick Kyle over here, you there. We'll run that. And then after this, we can take everybody to rank 302 or level 302. And that'll be that. The best damage dealer in the game from someone you have in your front line is absolutely wild. Yeah, I didn't even think about it that way, but yeah, the best damage dealer in the game is also the one who I want to be in the front line. Like, I have absolutely no problem putting him in that position. Yeah, that is wild. That is wild. That is wild. Yeah, that is wild. Well, the thing is that was what Wonder Woman was in the very beginning when the game came out, was that she had so much damage reduction. It wasn't, but not as good as this, though. It was that she could hold up in the front line. Like Red Hood, they can hold up in the front line. Cheshire can hold up in the front line. This is like, no, he's good. No, we straight. He's there. No, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. It's so nuts. It's so nuts. But that's the thing too, and I don't know. Someone brought this up about Aquaman. It feels as though the legendaries that have a team are okay, like they're middle of the road, and the legendaries that they release without a team are like amazing. Well, he's the best healer in the game for himself. Like, he only heals himself. So yeah, fair, but like he only heals himself. But that's what makes him an awesome tank. or awesome in the front line is how much he heals himself based off other people doing increased damage. Everybody do crit. Everybody crit damage. Like I can run in with Deathstroke right now because I have a bunch of crit on Deathstroke. And by doing that, he's going to heal more. Put him with Zatanna. Oh, why? Because the Frantics help him stack his armor. Also, on top of that, Zatanna puts crit out or puts Frantic out on everybody, which gives lifesteal. Yeah, 11 million healing only went to him though, right? Because he's not healing allies. Oh wait, when he did when he did that, who? I guess Zatanna gets a lifesteal too, based off of her badge, I think. Oh, Zatanna's gone. Oh no. Oh no. My Cheshire has been off tank and getting me far. Yeah, that invulnerability on her, what is it, Shadow Shroud or whatever. If you can get that up in time, I have some difficulties because it doesn't run first. And my F4 in advanced attack, she always opens with her basic for some reason. I wish she opened with her advanced attack. Then we have issues. Oh no, Cal Rayner, no. Oh well, it is what it is. I'll come back to this later. I'm sure there's a way I can build this up. I'm not doubting that at all. But no, Cheshire's invulnerability, putting her in the front row is pretty awesome. Not as good as Cal Rayner's though. He's so good. Oh my god, he's so good. It makes me wonder if I should. I mean, I could just save my super encrypted tokens. I'm wondering if I should pull and get that guarantee counter up for the next legendary that's going to come out, or should I just leave it? That is the question. That is the question. But man, he's good. Oh god, I keep saying the same thing over and over again. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not being very eloquent this morning, because I'm kind of stunned. So let's go back over here. We're gonna go ahead and do this 301 thing. I don't know why that thing is still up, but whatever. Characters, level link. Red Hood was good for that moment, but I think I don't need him in the level link. I thought I would have more titanium than that. Let's go check here. This is not giving me 6,000, is it? Uh-oh. This is not giving me 6,000. Been saving this. Let's see what happens. Yep, gave me 2,000. And how many elite frags do I have? 35. Sorry, Dr. Poison. You're going to have to wait another couple days. My bad, dog. My bad. We'll go here real quick. Collect this stuff. Bang, 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 bang. Bang. All right. Sorry, Dr. Poison. I was going to take you rank 10 today. Not going to be able to do it. I do not have enough elite. I'm tempted to pull these last 12 because then I'll get another guaranteed epic, which won't be either one of these because that's just how life works. Why not? We're having a good day. And and you know what? This actually is the Swamp Thing logic. I'll keep pulling here for Cal Rayner. Simply because either I get him or I stack the guarantee counter. Either way, I'm good with what happens. So, and then on top of it, I can get some more elites. I'm only going to get like 100 elite shards in the first place. So, it is what it is. And then whatever epic I get. No, I'll get 90 because it's an epic guarantee coming up. Oh, Guy Gardner showed up. What's up? What's up, Guy? So then I'll take Guy Gardner, not today. After not upset. I gotta think now. I'm not upset. I gotta think now. I'm not upset. What's up, Guy? I'm not upset. I gotta think. I'm not upset. I keep saying, I don't know why I'm saying that over and over and over again. Let's just go ahead and do this. Save on file manager, right? Yeah. Okay, so there's that. Let's go back to the game. And then we do this one. I think I already have the one for Zatanna, but I'll do it again anyway. It doesn't matter. What am I really missing? Yeah. The reason why is because right now I have Zatanna at rank 10. Given what just happened, I already think I had like 95. Let's go to Zatanna real quick. Zatanna has new life, which isn't really new life, but Zatanna has new life given Kyle Rayner. So right now in my suitcase, I have 130 Zatanna shards. I have 40 of the epic selectors, and I was thinking, what was I going to use the epic selectors on? And I think I had come to the conclusion, and it may be wrong, was Jessica Cruz, taking her up to rank 10, which all I would need is 25 to do that, right? However, Zatanna being rank, I'm not using that. I could take her up to rank 10 now, or rank 11 now. Increase everything about her so that she's definitely running with Kyle. How much does it take to take, how much? I don't even have $1 million to do that right now. But it looks like I'm about to take Zatanna up to rank 11. So this has been a very Kyle-centric, Kyle's getting a lot of support. Kyle is getting a lot of support. So I'm going to take Zatanna up to rank 11 now. Guy Gardner goes up to rank 9 after I take Dr. Poison to rank 10. Hal Jordan gets ignored completely, as should do. And I want Kyle Rayner to be rank 9 as soon as possible. Let me go to the store real quick because they're not putting that dot up for the store. Let me collect these 10 frags from him. And how many do I need to take him rank 9 just to double check? 100. And I have essentially 46. Okay, so woot woot, woot woot. Zatanna is about to get an upgrade. Let me upgrade you. I don't know what's up with the Destiny's Child Beyonce's theme I'm having for the last 15 minutes. I think it's just I'm tired and I need to take a nap, which is kind of bad seeing as how it's 8:15 and I got to start work. I just woke up, well, 3 hours ago. Okay, so Zatanna. So let's just go ahead and do that now before I need 60 and I have 130, right? I need 160, I have 130. So yeah, 160. I have 130, so I only needed to use 30 of my epic selectors to get her. That's not what I wanted to do. So use these. I don't want to max it out. I want to do 30. It won't let me do 30? Yo, dog. Oh, wait, I probably should select the character first. That would probably help. Now we can do this. Okay. I was about to be upset because I was stupid. There's Zatanna, 30. Zatanna, 30. Use. Confirm. All right, so that's ready for when we have enough gold later today. I need $1 million in gold. I'll be able to take Zatanna to rank 11. Done with that. Okay. As far as these signia in the, I keep going to that dot, this dot. Challenge Evil Falls did that. Oh, I haven't even done arena. I haven't well, the characters get leveled up once I get enough titanium. So then we go to the shop. I've already sold out on this in terms of his things. When I go here, there's going to be 2 left. So I'll get 10 here. And then here I'll get another 10. So that'll put me at 20. And currently right now I have 10. So that'll put me at 30. We might be able to get him to rank 9 relatively soon. It depends. It depends. Killing you. This is crazy. I don't know. I don't want to renew on my GL team. They already broken. He has his own with Mr. T. He's not a Lantern. He's not going to be part of the Green Lantern Corps. Not really. I'm running him with Mr. Terrific constantly. That's the only person I'm going to run him with is that. Okay, so I'm not going to mess with the super encrypted tokens now because I'm going to try to get up on this and then I'll get the super encrypted tokens later. That's not a pressing thing. This right here makes me wonder. I don't know that I'll be doing him rank 9 anytime soon, but it would probably be smart while I got it to get these 10 from him and do the super encrypted tokens at a later date. That will be the plan there. Okay. I think we're good. I think it's about time for me to say goodbye. I'm tempted to pull these last two just cause it would be nuts if I ended up pulling like another Cal Rayner from these two. Why not? Yeah, it goes towards the guarantee counter. It's fine. It doesn't have to be 10. Who we get? Killer Croc. And then what? Vixen? Frankenstein. Okay, cool. So that gives us more elite frags, hopefully pulling us ever closer to getting Dr. Poison to rank 10. Not like I have enough gold to do that anyway. Where is she? There she is. So then how many more do I need for this? I need 1.8 million in gold, and I need right back to where we were at the beginning of the day. Beginning of the day, I was at 125 elite frags, and that's how far away I was from Dr. Poison. Go through all of this stuff. Happy, don't get me twisted, happy, and now I'm at 135 from taking Dr. Poison to rank 10. But that's okay. I'm happy. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. I got to go do my job. I got to go to work. It was fun. I hope you enjoyed because I definitely did. Y'all have a lovely good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and a good